Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome to a surprise commentary over The Lion King, or at the very least a brief partition of it. And yeah, most of this is silent and stuff you've pretty much already seen in the movie, but is a pivotal scene and something I can imagine that a lot of the team on the Kingdom Hearts development stuff were interested in adapting, where, well, anybody who's seen the movie will probably know exactly what this is, but yes, Simba nearly gets killed by trampling wildebeests, whose character models were only created for this specific scene, so I feel really bad for the character model designer who spent hours upon hours digitally recreating the beautiful 2D animation in 3D. On a serious note though, all that's really meant to be established here is that Mustafa comes off to save his son, and then due to some gaslighting by his Uncle Scar, yeah, this baby boy is going to be having some guilt for the rest of his life. Even though it wasn't technically his fault and was basically, well, pretty much a chance for Scar to usurp power, really. And, of course, since Simba, the rightful heir, disappears, no king, no heir, no fun in there. Because as we're going to be seeing here, yes indeed, who would have thought that the dastardly sneak of a brother turned out to be evil? I don't know, I'd say the movie does handle it a bit better, but, you'll see.
Monkey, monkey, monkey. Hey, check us out.
Yeah!
This place is kind of creepy, though.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Heartless?
Oh, I don't know, Sora. I get the feeling they might live here.
Don't mind us. Just passing through a river being in trouble.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't be silly. We'd love you to stick around for lunch.
We didn't bring anything to eat.
That's not gonna be a problem.
Gosh, Sora, I think we're the lunch.
Yeah!
Whoa!
Going somewhere? Man, that Scar's got the worst timing.
Just let him roar.
We better go see what he wants. Sounds like he's grumpy enough already.
Fine.
I don't know what that was about, but I'm glad it's over. Everything's harder on 4 legs.
Gotta start practicing.
I found a trick to it. Here, let me show you.
So, here we go now. Quadruped Sora. Some of your abilities are locked off, you can't use drive forms, you can't use summons, but everything else is still pretty kosher, and while your combos are a little bit different, still pretty much the same rule set, you're just playing as Sora on 4 legs, and he swings the Keyblade with his teeth. Funny, you would have thought he would have gone for a bit more of a feral bite kind of attack, but whatever. Again, no real major differences in terms of gameplay apart from what I already mentioned, but yeah. One trade-off for having 4 legs is that, I mean, you can move a little bit faster than Sora regularly can, and eventually you will gain access to a dash ability, which is pretty sweet. And yeah, as I was mentioning beforehand with... actually, you know what, there's a cutscene coming up, so I'll pretty much save my tangents for after these few bits.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yes?
What do we do?
Stay back!
Nope, here we go again. Stay away, Disney character. Anime bullshit incoming. Gonna do the fighting thing before we have a long exposition dump in the land of the dead. Well, that was over rather quickly.
Definitely heartless.
Thank you. You really saved me.
We're just glad you're okay.
Did you see any other heartless around here?
Heartless? Is that what they're called? I'm not sure if there are any others. I don't usually hunt outside the Pride Lands.
Pride Lands?
Hey, do you know if a guy named Riku is there? Or some bad guys in black hoods? Or maybe this really big bully named Pete? Oh well, we might as well go take a look anyway.
Wait, the Pride Lands are dangerous. Scar and the Hyenas have made things unbearable for everyone. There's no food left. They've driven off the prey. We're about to starve.
We can handle a little danger. You just saw us beat those heartless, didn't you?
I guess you're right. You could be just what the kingdom needs. Maybe you can help us.
You mean take on this Scar guy and all those hyenas?
Star?
He took over when our last king, Mufasa, died.
So you're saying this guy's your king? You want us to take down your king? Wait just a minute. We can't just go around knocking kings off their thrones. Then again, if they see that I'm stronger than their king, maybe they'll ask me to be their next king.
Sora?
I'd have to refuse, of course. Still, I'd like to see the Pride Lands, so you guys don't mind lending them a paw, do you?
Uh-oh, there it goes again.
She's gonna go on ahead and tell the other lionesses. We're supposed to meet her at a place called Pride Rock.
Yeah, so it seems Sora has dreams of being a king. Well, not really. I mean, it was pretty much just a half-assed way of basically getting the aftermath of what happened in the other part of the Lion King movie. Which is basically, ever since King Mustafar got deposed by Scar, what's-his-face. Yeah, basically, food's been drying up, the land is dead and dying, and, well, again, without horticulture and, the lesser species on the food chain, the higher species, like the lions and the hyenas, they ain't got no food. And, yeah, Scar's pretty much running a dictatorship on things. And aside from having his harem of lionesses, yeah, food's tough. Certainly, it's a good thing that nothing like that happens to humans in the real world. I say, shedding a tear at circumstances of the world, where we're going forward and where we might be. Christ, this level makes me a bit more depressed than it probably would have done back in 2005 when things were hopeful and clean, with no caffeine, except with yes caffeine. But anyway, the short and sweet of it is that we're basically being antagonized by Scar and getting our lay of the land, really. And of course, his hyena henchmen basically comprised of a lesbian, a forgettable one, and a babbling retard. That was probably a bit harsh on me, but I really have no other way to describe it. They don't really do much to affect the plot, they're basically just there to go, hey Sora, you suck. We're gonna eat you. Except we won't, because you have magical abilities and can easily fuck us up. Oh yeah. I will say, though, that, compared to some of my previous playthroughs, like a lot of people, I used to consider the Pride Lands to be one of the worst levels in the game, but, on this run-through, it wasn't really too bad. I mean, I guess maybe some of the Heartless might be a bit more of a pain in the ass. Oh, and that's another thing to mention, you can't use reaction commands when you're in lion form. That sucks, especially since they spawn the fucking warp, nocturnes here, but whatevers. But although, the Pride Lands does also hold the distinction of being one of the worlds that you don't technically have to beat to complete the game. I mean, again, you do have to beat a set amount of worlds in order to trigger specific events, but again, by the time you unlock the scene where Kairi is transported with Axel to Twilight Town, yeah, you can pretty much, well, head off and access Twilight Town and, go on your merry way. But again, you'd be missing out on pretty much the full game, so again, I am going to show off the Pride Lands, I am going to show off the Nightmare Before Christmas. Except it's not Christmas. It's, not even any specific holiday at this point. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to be showing off as all the worlds, but again, if you want to skip this or another pish world that you don't like, now's your chance. But again, this is pretty much what I'm talking about. How do they compensate for the camera issue and getting Japanese children motion sickness? Basically by making this very wide open area with bugger all in it. I mean, there is more to explore with the Pride Lands, but yeah, big empty arena. There's a bit of a reason for that. A boss fight, namely, although not you're going to be seeing it for a while, but yeah, it's barren, and it doesn't even change by the end of the story. Like, I mean, you're not going to be seeing like a lively version of the African fields. No, it's just going to be dead, with animals that are steady solidified all over the shop, killed by the heartless, eaten by the hyenas, made as food. That's about all there is, and even the heartless here don't offer that much experience, so even though this is technically the last world you'll be going to, not really much you can do about it.
That's him.
What? What is it?
I told Rafiki you might be able to help us force Scar and the Hyenas out of the Pride Lands. But he says it won't work. You see, whoever saves the Pride Lands will be our next king, and he has to have the right qualities.
Meaning?
Well, I think she means you're not cut out for the job, Sora.
I'm sorry you came all this way.
Hey, no, it's okay.
You better go before Scar finds out you're here. I'm really sorry.
I have to ask, actually, who was Nala's voice actress? I don't think they got any of the cast back from the movie, because, I mean, they certainly didn't get James Earl Jones, which is a huge misstep in my opinion, because that man's voice is as smooth as a baby's bottom. They certainly didn't get back Matthew Broderick, even though they got a decent impersonator. But, again, I don't really know the case with Nala. They might have done, but I don't know. Her impersonator or the original actress has a very distinctive sounding voice, and I'm trying to remember where I heard her from. And if any smartass in the comments says The Lion King, then I will slap you through the internet. But again, we pretty much get to learn, people going like, oh man, Scar certainly does suck, but he gives us food, so we're just sort of abiding by things. Because tolerating stuff is how you get to live. I'm sad now. But anyway, since Rafiki, the smacked bottom baboon thing, yeah, we can't exactly do anything, so we're basically just told to get out before Captain Dictator Man realizes we're here, but if he's really as kingly as they say, then surely we will have an encounter. Although then again, even with Sora and his magical abilities, he can't exactly go off toppling kingdoms, I suppose, because of the world order, or however selectively it may be placed. Damn it! Now I remember what I was doing. We're going to be having multiple attempts jumping onto the crown thing to get the puzzle piece, because we are obsessed with completion. And when we complete the puzzle, we will know the answer. Damn it! So, how's everybody been doing? Post a comment about your daily lives in the comments section, because I really have fucking all to say. And even then, I probably won't be accessing it, and there we go, that's the ticker. Just casually glide down. Disregard everything I previously said, because I was just padding for time. You do actually visit a fair few locales, and I mean, if there is anything I can say about the Pride Lands, like, I mean, it might be a bit sparse and, unpopulated with dead animal life, but, I don't know, you do get to explore a fair bit, and the environments are at least varied enough to keep your interest, so yeah, I guess maybe a lot of people's complaints, aside from the, you know, sparse dead landscape and just tacit enemy battles, is that there's not really much to do here, and Sora and Goofy in and of themselves don't really play that heavy an influence in the plot. But I suppose I'll save those critiques for next time. So, next time in Kingdom Hearts 2, we're about to search for the king.
Hey, a snack!
Snack? Nah. We got us a 3-course meal.
Look at that, here comes Scar, the king.
And Pete!
My back!
What are you doing here?
Oh, the cute little kitty's worried about me. If I were you, I'd be more worried about my friends.
Sora!
We're surrounded!
Go on, ladies. You've got some hunting to do.
The herds have moved on, Scar. We can't hunt in a land with no prey.
No prey. Then what do you call this?
We're not prey.
Oh, nice and fresh, too.
Well, they're all yours, Scar.
Oh!
Run! Follow me!